Hello crafty friends, today I've got another journey to take you on. I've got a vague idea of what I want to try and I'm not sure where it's going to end up. So I hope you join me on this exploration. Basically, I've got a very simple idea of using pigment powders, my indigo blue luscious powders, some gilding flakes. These are, well, originally this pot was from Cosmic Shimmer, but I've put loads of different flakes in there now, and some indigo blue flitter glue, which is their very sticky, tacky glue. So without further ado, I'm just going to play and see where we go. This is a piece of smooth white card, big enough to go on a 4x6-ish inch card blank, and I want to add some of this flitter glue here, and I'm going to take this cake icing scraper and just scrape it across. I want to see if I can get something resembling a brush stroke. Why not use a brush, I hear you ask? Well, I think flitter glue will ruin the brush. I'll never be able to use it again because it's just so tacky. Now I can see you probably can't. It's gone all the way across, which is not what I wanted. I wanted to kind of stretch it out to about there. So I think I used too much flitter glue. I won't waste that though. I will try something else on it. So I'll do that again on this one, but use hopefully less. Okay, so that's gone about that far. I think that's good. I'm going to just give that a few seconds because this goes really tacky really quickly. And I want a piece or two of gold gilding flakes stuck on there, not absolute tons. And now just a few little bits of pigment powder. This is fuchsia blue, which is pink with a blue iridescence to it. And this one is juicy plum, which is a deep violet purplish colour. So if I just spread those out, when I come to brush them, they'll mix and mingle nicely, hopefully. Now I'll give that a bit of a brush. Hopefully the pigment powders will stick to that tacky flitter glue. I'll try a bit more. Now I'll just give that a wipe with a microfiber cloth. That will burnish the flakes into the glue. So now I've got my gold and my purple down. It's well stuck, it's not coming off, and it's not tacky anymore. It's not quite the brush stroke I was looking for though. So I'm going to try a different approach. Right, my next idea is to use a stamp. And you can ink stamps up with flitter glue. Just make sure to wash them immediately after use. For some reason this sponge doesn't want to stick to the handle. Something funny going on there. So I'm just going to ink this up with flitter glue using a sponge. You could use a makeup sponge, something disposable if you want. So I think that's well inked. And when you're stamping with flitter glue, it just has to be a quick press and up. Any longer and you might tear the paper. Right, some gold leaf first, I think. A few bits here and there. And now to press the flakes down and move that pigment powder around. Add a little bit more. Get that brushed in, cover up all the glue. And now I'll brush off the excess pigment powder. So that's a bit more what I was after. It's not dissimilar to that. You know what? I am going to sacrifice a brush. I might be able to wash it out because this is water-based, this glue. So if I get it in water as soon as I've used it, I might be able to save it. Right, so it's going from the side. I'm just going to have a look. Yep. And just for another go, I'm going to come in down here in much the same way. I'm going to stick that straight in water. And I've changed my mind. about the gilding flakes. So I'm going to sprinkle on a little bit of gold. This is just Gold Luscious pigment powder, and just spread that out a bit. See where the edge of the brush strokes are. And I think I'll just sprinkle over some Juicy Plum now. So actually that's pretty much exactly what I wanted. I've got mucky bits all over it, but that doesn't matter because this is a prototype. But I've got that brush stroke look. I think that I like that one best. That's a nice brush stroke because it just feathers out nicely at the end. So we're going to stick with brush strokes, actual brush strokes, to create my brush stroke. But instead of just having one coming in from this side, I'm going to work my brush strokes all the way down and just see how they go. I don't want to get mucky fingerprints or sticky fingerprints anywhere. Can't really see what I've painted, but we're going to run with it anyway. Right, let's start with some gold again. And a bit of Juicy Plum, and then we'll do a bit of fuchsia blue as well. And I'm going to just spread those out. Okay, that's looking good so far. I think we need quite a bit more pigment powder on there though to cover up all the glue. Okay, I'll just give this a dust off with this microfiber cloth. So some of the pigment powder looks like it stained the paper a bit, but I can remove it from the white bits with a vinyl eraser. So I was hoping to keep a bit more of it white, but I did get the glue all the way across down here, but that's okay. It's got that kind of paintbrushy, grungy vibe that I had in my head. So I'm going to cut this down with a stitched rectangle die, capturing as much of this white portion as possible. So that's good, that's what I wanted. I'm going to mount this on some more white card just to give it an extra border. Okay, so that's a lovely background, nice and shimmery and shiny. Lots of visual texture from the brush strokes, variation from the different pigment powders. Right, now we're going to need a focal point. So I'm going to use this die from a set from Sizzix 660222, and I'm going to make some gold paint using the Gold Luscious powder that I used. I've put some water here on my mat, and I'm going to paint that on there. So my swirly whirly die cut is going to be the same gold that's already on the card. Doesn't matter if the brush strokes on this are a bit uneven because it's going to be such a thin piece, you're not going to notice. Plus I can always put an extra coat on top if it does show funny. So I'll dry that with my hairdryer and then die cut that out. Right, that looks fine. So that can go on there. I don't think it needs any more paint on it. So on top of that, I was thinking of putting a tag, and I've cut it out of white, but I've also cut it out of vellum. Not sure which one I want yet. And for the focal point of my focal point, I've die cut this from card, but I want to cut it a bit so I can bunch the flowers together. Not sure how well this is going to work, but we shall see. I think I'm going to call this video "You Never Know Until You Try," because it's basically me having vague ideas and trying them out. Right, I think we might be able to work with these. Bundle them up, use the die in a different way. So I'll put a bit of high-tack glue on my mat, and I'm just going to dip the stems in one or two places and then attach them to one another. So I'm thinking something like this with a vellum tag, because I think the flowers won't stand out well enough on white. I don't know though, they might, because there's enough of a shadow. Maybe both, or maybe a smaller tag in white. So I'll stick this down with some high-tack white glue. Dot that on the back. Got my rule of thirds acetate grid. I'm going to put the centre of my swirl on that intersection there. To make my tags sticky, I'm going to put it through my Xyron sticker maker. So that puts adhesive all over the back, so it shouldn't show through. And that can sit on that spot there as well. Get it horizontal. That in there and place that over here. And I'll just dot some glue on the back of the flowers. And I press all that down with a bit of sticker release paper. It's just non-stick paper, so the glue won't stick to it. For my sentiment, I've chosen Enjoy Your Special Day, which I previously stamped and die cut out. And I've chosen that simply because it is accessible. But you could probably put most sentiments on this card. So I put glue on the back of that, and then a little bit of 1mm deep foam tape at this end, just to keep it level as it goes across all the different layers there. And just on the flowers, I'm putting some of this Nouveau glitter drop. This is Gold Coast, so it dries clear, but it's got gold glitter in it. And I'm just dabbing it on. I'm not doing it to be dimensional on the flowers. I just want to give the flowers themselves a little bit of something, and I think a little bit of sparkly glitter will do the trick. And then for a little bit more glitter, because you can never have too much shimmer and shine in my opinion, I'll add some of these drops around and about. And to help them flatten out a bit, I'll just slap that down on my mat all the way around like that. So there you go, one card made from a vague idea. Tried and tested a few things and got there in the end. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I hope it has given you some ideas and a bit of confidence to just give it a go and see where your initial idea and a bit of playtime takes you. Right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you back here very soon for another video. Bye for now.